You two have, between the two of you, 11 children.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me who has what?
I have 6 boys. He has 4 girls and 1 boy.
6 boys, and you have 4 girls
And 1 boy.
and
yes,
1
ma'am.
boy. Do you have any concerns about the number of your children that you have and your ability to support them? Does that at all play in?
Absolutely not. I come from a big family. I'm one of 11, so the number does not frighten me at all. Financially, there are some reservations about that.
Okay. Why don't you tell me what your primary concerns are about the possibility of marrying Mr. Spicer?
Our future, I'm just worried and concerned. Like with me, I go to a building, I go to work every single day. There's a set amount of money that is for me at the end of that 2-week pay period. With Shannon, in the beginning, he was working. He ended up having to leave that job, and we started a company together. But ever since then, it's just so, it's not enough. It's just not enough.
Is it haphazard, or is it just not enough on a consistent basis?
He's applying himself. It's just not enough on a consistent basis. And I've tried to maybe try to squeeze in, maybe you should do something a little different. But that's not where his heart is.
Mr. Spicer, what do you say about your economic fortunes and possibilities?
Yeah, it's been, it's been slow. It slows down and it speeds up. And
What do you do?
I drive 18-wheelers.
Uh-huh.
And like the docks have slowed down a bit, and that's the main problem, just work slowing down.
If you know that you got a guy who has seasonal or fluctuating income, is that a deal breaker for you because he can't control that?
No, not necessarily. In the beginning, I didn't know that it was going to be off and on, because in the beginning, he was working with the company. But when we decided to step out on our own and start our own company, we had to get small contracts and deals through other companies, and that's fine, but we need to figure out another way to get those monies in between time.
Okay, you want him to get a second job?
We can both get second jobs, but I don't want to be the only one working 7 days a week.
This is a very sketchy case because they have so many children and it's their responsibility to literally take care of the kids. A blended family, 11 children, a couple in their mid-30s. It's quite a difficult one to juggle, especially the fact that he just started business. I feel like in this particular case, the ladies should look beyond the financial situation, even though it's a very vital one that they are facing right now. And they should think of how they can grow their business together. I think the realistic thing here is for both of them to actually take other jobs like she suggested. But the way the man is looking, it doesn't look like someone that is willing to take another job. It looks like the kind of guy that just wants to put his whole mind into the small business and try to grow it. And I can understand that particular type of reasoning because I'm also that type of person that like focusing on one thing and trying to make sure that that thing blows up and grows, rather than trying to put my mind and my energy into different aspects, and that way not really put a whole attention and a whole focus into one area. So I can understand his own side a bit, but I think that the realistic thing right now is that they need to have other jobs and other sources of income, just for survival reasons and the fact that they have kids depending on them for this.
We can both get second jobs, but I don't want to be the only one working 7 days a week.
Are you open to getting a second job?
Yeah, I'm definitely open to getting a second job, and the main thing is when we started the company, we were still the middlemen basically. So this is where the problem is coming in, because I'm getting work through somebody else.
Right.
But when the work is good, the money is extremely good.
It's very good.
Yes.
It'd be very, very good.
And then it's just a few things that we have to work out so we can get it more consistent, and that's what I'm in the process of working out right now.
What is your primary concern about marrying Ms. Tolbert?
My primary concern is her attitude and the way she deals with conflict and deals with people in general, me, the kids, family members.
Tell me about her attitude and her method in dealing with conflict.
I tell her all the time, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. She can't, if she's had a bad day or if she has an attitude, oh man, everybody's gonna get it. She's gonna have an attitude with everybody. She's gonna have smart remarks. She's always gonna have something to say.
Is she loud and angry a lot?
No, not loud and angry. She's gonna show you, make sure you know she has an attitude and she's upset about something.
Ms. Tolbert, now
You can see her face, you can see the lady's face, man. You will know that the lady has a sharp mouth, like her mouth is very smart. You will know that. But let's see.
a little bit. take it in. Looking back, looking at how you do deal with the kids and him and the public, is there a sense of attitude and anger and edginess about you that may be a bit over the top?
Yes, and I believe it's totally my fault, for real, because I believe in people and I've seen so much potential. So if I see that you're dropping the ball and you're not delivering how I would deliver for you or how I feel you should deliver for our family, I'm gonna snarl.
Do you think that he's not trying? You understand when you start a business, it's always hard in the beginning to get clients. And then what's better than working for somebody else is that once the business gets started, you get more of the profit and the money. Are you not willing to back him up on that?
As far as the business goes, yes, I'm gonna back him up 100%. But when it comes to other small things within the family, I feel like you should back me up too.
Such as?
Such as it's 6 kids in the house. If you see that I just got off work, I got homework because I'm in school also, and dinner needs to be made, somebody probably need to put their clothes in the washing machine, don't lay across the bed, help me.
Mr. Spicer, does she have a legitimate concern in that area?
Yeah, she does. She wants me to know what she wants done, when she wants it done. And I keep telling her, all you gotta do is tell me and I'll fix it. Any problem that she's ever had or any issue she's ever had, I fix it. Like, I don't even need to discuss it. If you got an issue, you tell me what that issue is, I'm gonna fix it unless I have a problem with that issue, then we'll talk about it.
Mr. Spicer, I think you missed the point, and I think a lot of guys miss the point on that. It's like every day, it's the same thing. It's the clothes, it's the this, and that. And why do I have to tell you every day that you need to?
That's all I'm saying.
You know what I mean? If you're laying there and
I'm laughing because this is so relatable, because my wife complains that she says the same thing every day to me too, But the truth is, sometimes it's not that we intentionally or deliberately do these things. Sometimes we ourselves get overwhelmed in our own heads and in our own things that we just find these habits that it's very easy to do. And, ladies get frustrated when they are trying to correct their man every time. And we understand. We'll try our best. The guy is a calm guy. He looks like someone that doesn't want any issues. But men are usually very forgetful. And men are usually in their own heads a lot of times. So please, just give him a bit of grace. He's going to learn.
coming in doing all this, ain't nothing new about
And
it.
it's not all the time.
Come in, like do the cooking. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to tell you, because it's nothing new.
And then again, this was an issue that all she had to do was bring up, and it's fixed. I'm not about.
You was in my house for 5 seconds.
She shouldn't have to tell you. If these things go on every day, she should be able to rely on you as a grown man to see what's going on in the house, see what kind of help she needs, and provide that every day. If you keep making her tell you, it's gonna make her cranky.
Well, she doesn't have to keep telling me. It takes one time, and I fix it. I'm just like, if I got an issue, I don't expect her just to know the issue. I think I got to tell her what the issue is.
It's not an issue. It's stuff that needs to get done in the house every day. And she's overwhelmed every day, and you need to take a couple of things off her plate. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that what you're trying to say?
Exactly.
One of the reasons you've decided that you're contemplating marrying him, even though you don't feel he supports you as he should, or he's not as quite as solid as he needs to be, because I think you're trying your best. I'm not going to take that from you, is because you have 6 boys in your home, and you don't want them to see you shacking up with a dude, and you don't want them to see a dude laying in your house while you're working and you supporting them. Is that accurate?
That's accurate.
Explain to me why that is so important to you.
It is important to me because I believe in Shannon just like I believe in my children. I mean, it is already hard out here to be a black man. Me being a black woman, loving a black man, giving birth to a black man. It's hard. And I don't want them to feel like they can easily just get with a woman who they think is strong and just have things taken care of for them. I want them to be men, and I need them to see a man so that they know what they're going after for their future.
She doesn't take care of me. I've always done my own thing. She acts like I don't do.
Mr. Spicer, say that again. I'm sorry.
She acts like I don't do anything. Like this is far and in between. This is not something that goes on all the time.
It's not a constant problem that you're not contributing to the household when in fact you can't.
No, I've cooked, I've done all that.
I've done it, or I do it. There's a difference.
Yeah, but she
I've done
makes
it
it
on
seem like-
occasion. I do it on a regular so that she has something off her plate on a regular. That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
And I tried it. I asked her, you need me to do anything? You need something?
Okay, so this is the issue I'm seeing here. There's a communication gap between what she says and what she means and how he takes it in. You could see that he went into the defensive mode and tried to defend himself that, hey, I do all these things that she's making it seem like I don't do it. But that's not what she's really saying. She's saying that pull your weight in the household so that my boys can see you and know that this is how a man is supposed to be. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to cook and clean every time, or you have to always rub her feet, or just pull your weight in the household, make your presence known, make your presence felt, and let them know that this is how a man should be. Show that masculine example in the household. Make sure that things are organized carefully, and just try to pull your weight. And the communication gap is coming more from the man's side, because I don't think he really assimilates what the woman is trying to say before he gets into the defensive mode and just make excuses for why he feels like he's doing enough and she's still complaining. He needs to kind of like sit down and digest it and listen. It's not that she needs to tell me this and I do it. She needs to tell me this and I do it. Men, we always have that issue that, okay, we are not mind readers. We need to, be told some things. But that's not what she's saying. She said be more active around, be more active in the household. Let them hear you. So let's get on with it.
I know what you're saying.
But anyway, who is suspected on cheating on whom?
Well, in the beginning, there was a little sketchy, whatever. We worked it out. He was always at my house, and that's one of the things I told him. Like, okay, we need to get a house together so that we can show these kids how to do it right. He agreed. We went and got our own home. Well, few months down the line, we're at a restaurant, and I needed to use his phone because mine was dead. And I look at the phone, a text message comes in, and it says, shaking my head, damn babe. And I look at him and I'm like, well, we've been like going at this for about 8 months now. Like, where did the babe come from? Because it didn't come from me. So he takes the phone and he gets all frustrated. So I leave the restaurant. I go sit in the car and I'm like, I know this man is not trying to play me. Like, this is the last thing that I need. I sit outside for about 30 minutes. When I come back into the restaurant, I could tell that he was bothered. Like, he looked like he may have even cried. So I sat there and I tried to be calm. I'm like, tell me what it is. So he tells me that one of his family members gave his ex his phone number. They text him, he replied, and that was their reply back to him saying, I'm with somebody else, don't worry about it or whatever. Fast forward a few months later, the money's going a little messed up, household bills, evictions, disconnections. I can't take it. He thinks that I'm cheating. I think he thinks I'm cheating because of what I seen in his phone, so he got insecure. So in his response, he says he stops paying the bills because he thinks that I'm cheating. I couldn't take it. I asked him to leave. I had the money. I can get evicted on my own. I'm not going to get these evictions and pay the bill, and you're still there. So I asked him to leave. So he left.
Your version of that event, Mr. Spicer.
That is not the case. I was waiting on a check to come, and that check was to pay the bills. She was with the attitude and everything and told me to leave before the check even came. She was the one that kept saying, oh, you're not going to pay the bills. I never said that.
Well, I want to stop talking about money for a minute and ask this. Have both of you been faithful to one another? Have you told her all the truths about the women, and have you told him all the truths about anything you may or may have not done when you were together?
When I asked him to leave, we ended up getting back together like 4 months later. And I had somebody from my past that was contacting me, and he needed to use my phone because he ran his over with his semi-truck. So he takes my phone. He's going through every little knick-knack app in my phone, and he found some emails and pictures that I sent to somebody else. And I told him when he emailed me the pictures, when you pick me up, let's go to lunch, and I'll sit down and I'll explain everything to him. So I did. I was like, I had inhibitions about us getting back together in the beginning because I wasn't sure that you were.
The bills.
Because I told you I wasn't sure that you were going to be there.
Me where I was at then.
Okay.
You should have left me.
All right. I get it. I got one more question for you that I think is very important. Now, Mr. Spicer, within the course of all of this, and I'm not quite sure when this happened, you got someone pregnant under some very unusual circumstances and then ended up and now currently are on child support. Could you explain how that happened to you?
This is way before we even.
But he did not tell me about it.
Okay, well,
Yes.
well, tell me.
I had some female friends, and they wanted to have a baby, and so we all kind of, you know.
All three of you had a threesome. They were two lesbians who wanted to have a baby. You were servicing them both, so one of them would get pregnant. Is that it?
I didn't expect any of this to happen, and time had passed, years had passed, and then this is when I found out even about the baby.
Baby. And they
I didn't know
and they
anything.
put a support order on you.
Yes, while I was incarcerated.
Yeah.
That's how I even found out. I didn't know.
Yeah. Don't run around having unprotected sex with people. I don't understand what the issue is.
I was still, my mind wasn't right at this time. I was still out doing things, you know, and that was just one of those mistakes in my life that, you know, I got to deal with
stick with you
forever.
for 18 years.
Yeah.
That's really surprising because you see him so calm, so gentle, so subtle in his speech. And you'd be wondering, how will this guy be that same guy that is sleeping with two lesbians and trying to give them babies, and now he's on child support? He has even been incarcerated, so it's not like he has had it easy in his life. And you hear that, oh, he has a very troubled past, and wow. It's surprising because you don't expect that kind of thing from someone that looks like this and speaks like this.
Were you upset when you found out about that?
I was very shocked because it was kind of sort of in the beginning, but I was on the phone with one of his family members, and the conversation is ending, and the family member's like, oh yeah, and tell Shannon he needs to start spending more time with such and such. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, who is that? And then it comes out. That half truth is a whole lot, baby.
Yeah, you know what?
It
Let me say this. If people are contemplating getting married, you've got to be wholly and completely honest with one another. You don't have to tell what candy you stole when you were 11. But if you got a baby out there with somebody and a support order, that's something that you need to talk about. Having said that, let me say this. You two really are trying to decide to get married. I want Mr. Spicer to give me a 90-second sales job on why you believe that you, Ms. Tolbert is the woman for you, and you should be the man for her. Go.
I love you because of who you are. I love your spirit, the way you deal with the kids when you're in a good mood. I like the thoughts that you have, you know. And she's beautiful, you know. That's not even on the top of the list why I even deal with her. You know what I mean? I like the way she walks, talks, the things she does, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ms. Tolbert, 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Shannon, I love you and I would love to marry you because I swear you complete me. You make me feel whole. I enjoy being around you. I like that the boys love being with you. I love that my mom loves you. That says a lot. If I can have less dysfunction, that is it. I mean, you know my past. You know how I grew up. I just love you and I just want you to love me how I need to be loved. Don't love me how you want me to love you because it doesn't work that way.
She's so eloquent in her speech, and truly, the lady expresses herself very, very well. Very, very well. I think so far so good in this court episodes. She's one of the people that I've seen that has really behaved very well in courts. Like one of the ladies I've seen that has really carried herself with so much character, so much respect, so much dignity, so much decorum in the courtroom.
Mr. Spicer, I want you to hear me. I think you're a good guy. I think you are a right guy. I think you want to be a great husband to her. But what I'm going to ask you is to make a deliberate effort to put in your past behaviors. People always read the script that was written for them when they were young. You didn't get a good script. You have to write a new one. That new script requires you to deliver to Ms. Talbert, not just economically, but emotionally with assistance. If you can't bring in the amount of money that you want to right now, come home and have the stuff cleaned and cooked and all that so we can take some of that burden off. Yes, I know you don't like her attitude, but so many people don't realize that people who are under pressure, underfunded, overwhelmed, in deep, their first thing to do is to get angry because they're so frustrated. You can control that attitude by giving her more peace and controlling more, taking things off her plate so she doesn't feel like she's holding up the entire world. I think you're the guy to do it, and I want you to be the guy that does it. Ms. Tolbert, I get you. I get you. I feel you. I think you love him. I think you have to be patient with his abilities to make money, but I think he's doing the best that he can. I think you're doing a great job raising those 6 boys, and I think he's worth the effort at the time. He ain't quite right yet, but just polishing him up a little. Take this beautiful certificate and marry one another. You both have a wonderful day.
Yeah, so this is one of those cases where you know that the two are right for themselves. It's just that a little bit of more communication, a little bit more patience, and eventually it will work out because the lady is very smart, very deliberate, very intentional. The guy is good, but it doesn't look like he has the foresight of what the lady has. But what he has is he has the calmness, he has a very good emotional intelligence, but he needs to be able to listen to when she speaks and understand what she's trying to say. And I think both of them will work out very well. Tell me what I think about this whole case. I'll go by the name East Coast Praise. This is East Coast Talks, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.